When we stop taking snaps and start thinking of photography as a curation of images, it is then that we become photographers. My name is Jason Vong, and if you have a camera like this and you don't know how to use it or what to even capture with it, then this video is for you. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you my go-to settings so I never have to worry about it, the things that I find to photograph, and how to turn any images from ordinary to extraordinary. By the end of the video, you'll not only gain 5 years of camera skills, but you'll also think like a pro photographer and capture photos that are worth sharing online.
Chapter 1. There's always more than one angle.
Now, a lot of you that are watching right now probably only have the starter kit lens that came bundled with your camera. While I don't have a kit lens on me, I'll purposely shoot at aperture f5.6 just to show you the kinds of images that you can take with your lens. And I promise I won't do anything that you can't replicate. Maybe I shouldn't have promised that. So we arrive at the beautiful Nezu Shrine and we're first greeted by this entrance gate. All right, gonna be an aperture priority, and I'm gonna set my ISO at 320. Now, most beginners will be tempted to take a photo of the gate up close, but let's find a few ways to enhance this shot. I think I see something behind me. So I really like this bridge here that's in front of the gate, and because they're perfectly aligned, I'm gonna go for a symmetrical shot. Yes, symmetry is the most basic thing that you can do in photography, but what we're doing here is adding leading lines. I'll explain what that is in just a sec. Other me is cooking right now. So let me turn on grid display and the leveler here. So I'm at 24 millimeter right now. Getting low. Take a few. Nice. Bam! Look at that. Already we are seeing a huge difference between the first shot and the second shot. The bridge makes the entrance gate a lot more inviting, especially on the eyes. In photography, we call it leading lines because it's leading the viewer's eyes to the main subject of interest. And the amazing thing is leading lines are incredibly subtle, but it creates a powerful feeling. It's a lot more inviting to the temple, but there's always one more angle. I like this shot, but I want to make the bridge more obvious. Let's go over there. Now, never be afraid to get as far as possible and zoom in to get the shot. Sometimes the more work you put in, the more it'll show through in your photo. Well, in this case, the more steps we put in, the more it'll show through in the video, right?
I mean, you didn't take that many steps.
Look at that. We already have a couple of varieties, and we're only just getting started.
Chapter 2. Treat your zoom lens like a set of prime lenses.
So now we're at the main area of the shrine where people go pray for good fortune. All right, so I'm gonna fire off a few wide shots first, but check this out. I really like this door frame right here. In photography, we call this frame within frame. Another easy way to get an artistic shot. Again, look at the difference between a standard wide shot versus a frame within frame shot. We still see the praying area, but we also create a nice POV portal for our viewers to enjoy the photo. Now, thankfully, zoom lenses are marked with a different focal lengths, which is great to help us intentionally select the field of view that we want. So instead of always zooming in to try to get the right shot, I'm gonna be mainly shooting at 24 and 35 and move my body physically to get the shot. By the end of the video, you'll see why. Beginners often use zoom lenses simply to get closer to a subject, but when we start treating the focal lengths within a zoom like prime lenses, each with a specific purpose, our photos will begin to feel more intentional and artistic. Now keep in mind, this chart here is not strict use cases for these focal lengths, but a good starting base for beginners to keep in mind. I'm using an APS-C camera here, and a 24mm on APS-C is great for that natural but expressive framing. It is the go-to choice for many street photographers because it puts more emphasis on the environment, making it feel as important as the main subjects themselves. On the other hand, 35mm on APS-C puts more emphasis on the subject. Using these two focal lengths 90% of the time will greatly improve your framing and composition skills. And stick around, we'll talk about how we use a 50mm in the later half of the video.
Chapter 3. Think in sets of threes.
So a very easy way to make sure that we have enough photos is to think in sets of threes. In filmmaking, we do this all the time. We get a wide, a medium, and a close-up coverage. It just helps to tell a complete story. Now, I always love coming to shrines because of the intricate details in the architecture. Let's get up close and personal. This is our chance to show off our unique perspectives because hidden details are, well, hidden. We can focus on these things that others would normally miss. The colors, the gold lions, the mythical creatures. When viewed individually, each photos do not stand on their own. But as a set, wow, looks like a nice curated Pinterest board.
Chapter 4, Subject and Background Separation.
All right, so check out this lion statue here. It's pretty cool, but it's on the darker shade of colors. It kind of blends into the greenery background too much. But check out this orange architecture across the pond. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It's striking. I see a reflection. Bam! Look at that. Remember, there's always more than one angle. Oh look, we have a little birdie who wants their portraits taken. So let's check out this pigeon shot. Eye-piercing sharpness right here. Look how menacing it looks.
Oh my god.
The contrasting colors we need. Dark pigeon, orange architecture.
And it's red eyes.
Red eyes. Red eyes, black pigeon.
The most deadly scourge on the wasteland.
Contrasting colors really help with subject and background separation. It just makes it easier for the viewers to zone into your subject right away. Now, if your subject here is blending in too much into the background, try moving your framing until your subject sticks out like a sore thumb. So how are we capturing our photos so effortlessly? What are our settings? Now for areas with ample lights, like this one, I like to be an aperture priority and set my ISO to 320. Without over-explaining too much, this mode automatically adjusts our shutter speed for us to ensure that we always get sharp photos with no motion blur. If we start to lose light, I would suggest changing the ISO to 800, and if it's dark or nighttime, I would set our ISO to 3200. And I'll have more resources regarding this in the description box below. Or scan this QR code here and it'll automatically take you to my playlists. Now speaking of subject and background separation, I want to show you something real quick. Follow me. Alright, so really loving the fox statue with the torii gates and the orange inari as a backdrop. We're gonna do a portrait right here. Okay, so I know I said I wouldn't do anything you can't do with your lens, but I just want to show you what happens when you upgrade your lens in the future. So let me just frame this fox statue up at 50 millimeters, and I'm gonna take this at f5.6, and now I'm gonna take it at f2.8. Referencing our chart again, the tighter focal lengths are great for portraits. At 50 millimeter, we are compressing the background, bringing it closer to our foxy subject, Foxy. At f5.6, we're still getting a decent amount of blur, but... Oh man, I love it. Sorry, I just had to get the shot at f2.8. It just looks so sick. Okay, back to f5.6 now. f2.8 blurs the background even more, giving more of that blurry background look that everyone loves. We call this bokeh. So if you ever get a chance to, definitely upgrade to a prime lens, and I'll link some of my affordable favorites in the description box below.
Chapter 5, 18 millimeters versus 50 millimeters.
I love these torii gate archways here. Not only are they cool to go through, but also fun to photograph. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot vertical to get all the torii gates in. Got it. And you know what? I'm gonna zoom in as well and set my focus to the center because that's where everyone's gonna look at. If I focus anywhere else, people are gonna think my photo's out of focus. Oh, at 50 millimeter, the lens is giving us that nice compression. It squeezes all the torii gates together and make them feel uniform. And we have two elements at play here, leading lines and frame within frame. Put a subject in there and bam, you got yourself a nice portrait backdrop. You know what? Yeah, let's get camera woman in the shot. Vivian, why don't you go ahead and stand right over there for me? All right, instead of using 18 millimeter wide to get her full body, I'm gonna shoot at 50 millimeter and back up as much as possible to get her whole body in the shot. All right, Vivian, nose to the light. 3, 2, 1. One more, 3, 2, 1. Got it. Check it out. All right, so this is the 18.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, now this is the 50.
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh, nice, right?
Ooh, the other one I look like a little speck, but this one.
Oh, the 18 looks pretty good too.
Ooh, I like the walking.
But the 50 definitely has a different vibe. Ooh, what a motto. 18's good, 50, very nice.
Ooh, that looks really good.
We got a winner here. While both shots are subjectively good, For some reason, the 50mm is amazing for portraits, especially when you want to capture more details of your subject. You see how we still pulled off a wide full body shot despite us using a 50mm? It just makes the photo feel more professional. And the craziest thing, we shot this at 50mm f5.6, so you can do this with your kit lens right now. And remember, there's always more than one angle. I'm gonna come off to the side right here and get a different perspective of Torii gates. And 3, 2, 1. I'm really loving the green and the orange divide right here. You know, it's kind of crazy how we got an amazing collection of images today just from one area and one basic lens setup. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, I'll have some resource guides linked down below and here on the screen. Thank you so much for watching and stick around to listen to what my sponsor Squarespace has to say. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to create beautiful websites. No coding knowledge needed. It's perfect if you want to showcase your photos, sell prints, and run your business online all in one place. And with Blueprint, Squarespace's new AI-powered website builder, getting started has never been easier. Just answer a few quick questions and it instantly builds a custom site with layouts, colors, and even sample content. Plus, built-in SEO tools to help more people discover your site. Use my link down below for a 14-day free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use code JASONVONG to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.